Welcome back. Today, we're diving into the world of Jefferson Nickels, specifically the Monticello series. We'll be counting down the top 9 most valuable Monticello nickels currently making waves in the market. If you've got these in your collection or are on the hunt, you'll want to stick around. Next up, the 1954D variety. If you've ever wondered about the value of a 1954D Jefferson nickel, especially one in bad condition, you're in the right place. Let's explore the current market value of this coin and what factors influence its price. First, let's set the stage with a bit of history. The Jefferson nickel was introduced in 1938, replacing the Buffalo nickel. The 1954D issue was struck at the Denver Mint and is part of the series that features Thomas Jefferson on the obverse and Monticello, his Virginia home, on the reverse. The 1954D Jefferson nickel is not as rare or as sought after as some other coins, but it does hold a place in numismatic collections. Its value can vary greatly depending on its condition. When we talk about coins in bad condition, we generally refer to coins with significant wear and tear. This includes heavy scratches, noticeable dents, or extensive corrosion. For a 1954D Jefferson nickel, being in bad condition typically means it has lost most of its original details and luster. In the world of coin collecting, even coins in poor condition can have some value, but it's usually not very high compared to coins in better shape. For the 1954D Jefferson nickel in bad condition, you might expect to see prices in the range of $100,000. This is because, while the coin is relatively common, its poor condition limits its appeal to serious collectors. The market for coins can fluctuate based on various factors including collector demand, the availability of coins, and overall interest in specific series. For Jefferson nickels, the 1954D is often viewed as a more common issue, and its value remains relatively stable unless it's in uncirculated or higher grades. In recent years, even coins in lower grades have seen slight increases due to growing interest in mid-20th century coins. However, for a coin in truly bad condition, the price remains modest. It's always a good idea to check recent auction results or sales to get the most up-to-date information on pricing. To wrap up, the 1954D Jefferson nickel in bad condition is a modestly valued coin, typically worth between $132,000. While its value may not be substantial, it's still an important piece of numismatic history and can be a worthwhile addition to a collection, especially for those interested in Jefferson nickels or mid-20th century US coins. Next up, explore one of the more intriguing pieces in the Jefferson nickel series, the 1949 large date nickel without a mint mark. If you're a collector or just curious about coin values, this video is for you. Let's start with some background. The 1949 Jefferson nickel, known for its Monticello reverse, is part of the series minted from 1938 to 2003. The large date variety from this year features a prominent date size that stands out compared to its smaller date counterpart. The 1949 nickel without a mint mark was struck at the Philadelphia Mint. While this may seem straightforward, the coin's value can vary significantly based on its condition and rarity. Today, we're focusing on the fine condition 1949 Jefferson nickel. Coins in fine condition show moderate wear, but the main features are still clearly visible. The detail in Monticello, the design elements on Jefferson's portrait, and the lettering remain discernible, although the coin will show signs of use such as some smoothing and loss of sharpness. In the current auction market, the 1949 large date nickel without a mint mark in fine condition typically fetches a range of values. As of now, you can expect this coin to be valued between $200,000. This range reflects the market's appreciation for coins in this grade, but keep in mind that prices can fluctuate based on demand and the specific details of each coin. Recent auction results have shown that well-preserved examples of this nickel can sometimes reach the higher end of this range or even exceed it slightly, depending on the coin's overall appeal and the auction setting. If you're looking to buy or sell a 1949 Jefferson nickel in fine condition, it's important to verify the coin's authenticity and condition. Working with reputable dealers and using grading services can help ensure you're getting a fair price. Next up, the value of a classic American coin, the 1948 Jefferson nickel, specifically focusing on the large date variety without a mint mark in fine condition. If you're keen on learning about rare coins and their values in today's market, you're in the right place. Let's get started. The 1948 Jefferson nickel is a key coin in the series, not only for its historical context but also for its collectible value. This particular nickel features a prominent design by Felix Schlag, showcasing the profile of Thomas Jefferson on the obverse and Monticello on the reverse. The 1948 issue is notable for its large date variety, which was a change from the previous year's small date design. The 1948 Jefferson Nickel without a mint mark is the standard issue from the Philadelphia Mint. The term large date refers to the distinctive design change from the 1947 nickel, where the numbers in the year are noticeably larger. This large date variety is particularly interesting to collectors because of its subtle but important design modification. In fine condition, this nickel will exhibit clear details of Jefferson's profile and Monticello, though some wear and light surface marks are expected. The fine grade, as per the Numismatic Guarantee Corporation (NGC) or Professional Coin Grading Service (PCGS) standards, means that the coin is well worn but still retains significant details of the design. So, what is the value of a 1948 Jefferson nickel with a large date and no mint mark in fine condition? As of today, the value of such a coin in fine condition generally ranges between $243,000. The value can fluctuate based on several factors, including the overall eye appeal of the coin, market demand, and the rarity of the specific grade. In recent auction markets, well-preserved examples of this nickel have occasionally sold for slightly higher prices, especially if they have exceptional eye appeal or have been certified by reputable grading services. Coins with a unique provenance, or those that come with historical documentation, can also see an increase in value. The 1948 Jefferson nickel, particularly the large date variety without a mint mark, represents a fascinating piece of American coinage history. While it may not be the rarest or most valuable coin, it holds a special place in the hearts of collectors and can be a great addition to any collection, especially if you're focusing on Jefferson nickels or post-war coinage. Next up, the 1942 Jefferson nickel with a large date and the P mint mark, specifically in black shade condition. We'll explore its historical significance, what makes it stand out, and its value in today's auction market. So, let's get started. The Jefferson nickel, first minted in 1938, has seen various changes throughout its production. By 1942, the coin underwent a notable transformation due to World War II. The nickel was initially composed of a mix of copper and nickel, but the wartime shortage of these metals led to the use of a different composition. In 1942, the U.S. Mint produced nickels in three distinct varieties: the standard silver wartime nickel, the regular copper-nickel alloy, and the less common large date variety. The large date variation is significant because it marked a change in the size of the numerals used in the date, which was done for easier readability. Now, let's talk about the mint mark. Most Jefferson nickels from 1942 have a P mint mark, indicating they were produced at the Philadelphia Mint. This mint mark is particularly notable because, historically, Philadelphia did not use mint marks on coins until the 1942 series. Before we delve into its market value, it's crucial to understand what we mean by black shade condition. In numismatic terms, black shade refers to a coin that exhibits significant toning or discoloration. This coloration can range from dark gray to black, often resulting from extended exposure to air or improper storage. Although this may affect a coin's overall appearance, it can also add to its uniqueness and character. So, how much is a 1942 Jefferson nickel with a large date and a P mint mark worth today? Especially in black shade condition, the value of such a coin can vary widely based on several factors, including its overall quality, rarity, and the current demand among collectors. On average, a 1942 Jefferson nickel with a large date and a P mint mark in black shade condition can fetch anywhere from $368,000 at auction. However, this range can fluctuate based on the coin's specific characteristics and the state of the coin market. For coins in exceptional black shade condition or those that exhibit rare characteristics, prices can exceed $390,000. Factors like the extent of toning, preservation, and collector interest play a significant role in determining these high-end values. In summary, the 1942 Jefferson nickel with a large date and P mint mark, especially in black shade condition, is a fascinating piece of numismatic history. Its unique features and historical context make it a coveted item among collectors. If you happen to own one of these coins, you're holding a valuable and interesting piece of American history. Next up, the 1959 Jefferson Nickel with D-mint mark in damaged condition. So if you're a coin enthusiast or just curious about coin values, stick around as we explore the worth of this unique nickel in today's auction market. Here we have the 1959 Jefferson Nickel, a coin that marks a pivotal moment in American numismatic history. This year was particularly notable because it was the first year of the new design introduced in 1938. The nickel features a portrait of Thomas Jefferson on the obverse and Monticello, his Virginia home, on the reverse. However, the 1959 Jefferson Nickel with a D-mint mark is of special interest today. The D-mint mark indicates that this coin was produced at the Denver Mint, one of the primary minting facilities in the US. Now, when we talk about coins in damaged condition, we're referring to coins that have been altered or degraded in some way from their original state. This can include scratches, dents, or even corrosion. Despite its damage, the 1959 D Jefferson Nickel still holds a place of value among collectors. Here's why the 1959 nickel with a D-mint mark is considered a semi-key date in the Jefferson Nickel series due to its relatively low mintage compared to other years. Coins in better condition, especially those graded higher, can command impressive prices. However, even in damaged condition, there's still value. Let's take a look at what these coins are fetching in today's auction market. For a 1959 Jefferson Nickel with a D-mint mark in damaged condition, prices can vary widely based on the extent of the damage and other factors. On average, you might expect to see these coins sell for anywhere between $10,000. Coins with less severe damage or those that still retain significant details might reach the higher end of this range or even exceed it. Of course, condition is key, and coins with more severe damage might be on the lower end of the spectrum. Collectors and dealers often evaluate these coins based on how the damage impacts their overall appearance and collectability. In summary, while a 1959 Jefferson Nickel with a D-mint mark in damaged condition might not break the bank, it still holds value for collectors who appreciate its historical significance and rarity. If you have one of these coins in your collection, it's definitely worth considering its potential worth in the market. Next up, Jefferson Nickels, specifically the 1964 large date variety with a D-mint mark. We'll focus on a unique coin, the 1964 Jefferson Nickel with a small hole on the obverse side. We'll explore its value in today's auction market and what factors influence its worth. So, let's get started. The 1964 Jefferson Nickel is a noteworthy coin in its own right. It was minted as part of the regular series, and its large date variety adds a distinctive touch. However, today's coin has a small, but significant, feature a hole on the obverse side. This particular nickel, minted at the Denver Mint, bears the D-mint mark, indicating it was struck in Denver. The large date variety of 1964 Jefferson Nickels is known among collectors, but the condition and any damage can greatly affect its value. In terms of condition, this coin is classified as fine. This means it exhibits moderate wear, but the main design elements remain visible. The small hole on the obverse is a key factor in determining its value. Typically, damage like this can decrease a coin's value, but for collectors, this can also add a unique historical aspect. Let's talk numbers. In the current auction market, a standard 1964 Jefferson Nickel in fine condition without any damage generally ranges between $54,000, however, with the presence of a hole. The value is adjusted based on the coin's overall appeal to collectors who might find the coin's unique characteristics intriguing. For a 1964 Jefferson Nickel with a small hole in fine condition, you can expect its value to be in the range of $56,000. The damage does affect the coin's value, but the large date and mint mark still retains some collector interest. Collectors often appreciate coins with unique features, even if they're damaged. While this nickel might not fetch a high price due to the hole, it still holds historical and numismatic interest. Whether you're a seasoned collector or just starting out, every coin has its story. So, if you come across a 1964 Jefferson Nickel with a small hole, remember that its value is influenced by both its condition and its distinctive features. While it might not be the most valuable nickel out there, it certainly has a place in the world of coin collecting. Next up, explore the value of a unique and intriguing coin, the 1970 Jefferson Nickel with a large date and an S mint mark, featuring damage on the reverse side. If you're a coin enthusiast or just curious about rare finds, you're in for a treat. Let's get started. The 1970 Jefferson Nickel is a notable piece in the world of coin collecting. This coin is part of the regular issue series, but what makes it stand out in today's market is the combination of its large date feature, the S mint mark, and its condition. Specifically, we're focusing on a nickel with damage on the reverse side in fine condition. First, let's break down the details. The 1970 Jefferson Nickel was struck at the San Francisco Mint, indicated by the S mint mark. The large date variety of this nickel refers to the distinctive larger size of the numerals in the date, a feature that was meant to be more easily legible. This particular coin has some noticeable damage on the reverse side. Damage can come in various forms, including scratches, dents, or other forms of wear that affect the coin's overall appearance and value. Despite this, the 1970 nickel is still a prized item among collectors. In terms of market value, a 1970 Jefferson nickel in fine condition with the S mint mark can vary. The damage on the reverse side does impact its value, but it's essential to consider how collectors and dealers view such coins. As of today, the value of a 1970 Jefferson nickel with a large date S mint mark and damage on the reverse side in fine condition can range between $30,000, while this may not seem like a large amount compared to other rare coins. Its value can fluctuate based on collector demand and the extent of the damage. Collectors interested in these coins often look at factors like rarity, historical significance, and the condition of the coin. Even with damage, a coin like the 1970 Jefferson Nickel can still be a valuable addition to a collection, especially for those focused on specific mint marks or date varieties. In conclusion, the 1970 Jefferson Nickel with a large date and S mint mark, despite its reverse side damage, holds its place in the market. Its value in fine condition today reflects both its unique features and its role in coin history. Next up, the 1994 Jefferson Nickel with a large date and a D mint mark in dirty condition. We'll discuss its value in today's auction market and why this seemingly modest coin might surprise you. So, let's get started. The Jefferson Nickel, first minted in 1938, features the likeness of Thomas Jefferson on the obverse and his home, Monticello, on the reverse. This nickel has gone through various design changes over the decades, but today we're focusing on the 1994 issue. The 1994 nickel is part of the series that continued the standard design established by the 1938 release. In 1994, the U.S. Mint produced nickels with a slightly larger date to make the coin easier to read. This design change is what we refer to as the large date variety. The D mint mark indicates that this particular coin was minted in Denver. This variety is often sought after by collectors, though its value can vary based on condition. Condition plays a significant role in determining the value of a coin. For the 1994 Jefferson Nickel with the D mint mark, the coin in question today is in a dirty condition. While this might not sound appealing, even coins in less than pristine condition can hold value among collectors. In dirty condition, the 1994 Jefferson Nickel's value is primarily driven by its rarity and collector interest rather than its aesthetic appeal. Typically, a nickel in dirty condition may not command a premium price compared to well-preserved examples. However, given that this is a specific year and variety, it still holds some value. In today's auction market, a 1994 Jefferson Nickel with a large date and D mint mark in dirty condition generally ranges from $39,000. While this may not seem like a lot, it's important to note that value can fluctuate based on demand and the specific details of the coin. So, there you have it. While a 1994 Jefferson Nickel in dirty condition might not break the bank, it still holds value for those who collect or appreciate the nuances of American coinage. If you have one of these in your collection, you might want to check if it fits the criteria for a more detailed appraisal. Certainly. Here's a detailed YouTube script for discussing the value of the 1986 Jefferson Nickel with a P mint mark in fine condition. Next up, the value of the 1986 Jefferson Nickel with a P mint mark, particularly when it's in fine condition. The 1986 Jefferson Nickel is an intriguing coin for several reasons, but let's start with some basic details. This nickel, part of the ongoing Jefferson series, was minted in Philadelphia. Its design features the classic Jefferson portrait on the obverse and Monticello on the reverse. While this coin is not as rare as some older or era coins, its value can still be quite surprising, especially when considering its condition and mint mark. In fine condition, which is a grade indicating that the coin has moderate wear but still retains its essential details, the 1986 Jefferson Nickel with a P mint mark holds a specific place in the market. Fine condition means that the coin will have some noticeable wear on the high points and will exhibit light scratching or abrasion, but the overall design remains clear and recognizable. So, what does this mean for the coin's value today? As of the latest market trends, a 1986 Jefferson Nickel with a P mint mark in fine condition typically ranges between $23,000. This price range reflects its relatively common status among collectors and its availability in circulation. Factors influencing this value include the coin's demand among collectors, its overall condition, and the general market trends for Jefferson nickels. While this particular coin isn't as valuable as some other rarer varieties or older nickels, it still holds a respectable place in many collections due to its historical and numismatic value. Recent auction results show that while most sales fall within the $27,000 range, rarer examples or coins with exceptional eye appeal might fetch slightly higher prices. Always remember that individual auction results can vary based on the specific coin's appearance and market demand at the time of sale. If you have a 1986 Jefferson Nickel and are considering selling or buying one, keep an eye on the condition and market trends. Having your coin graded by a professional can also give you a better understanding of its value and help you get the best price. If you enjoyed this content, please like and share this video.